Hello, friends. Welcome to Story Behind Podcast. This is the show for people who love hearing a good story and who believe the world could use more positivity. We're the team behind GodUpdates and GodTube, and we hope these weekly short stories will brighten your day.
Police officer's act of kindness for struggling man restores stranger's faith in humanity. Written by Adam Staten, read by Adam Staten. Someone captured a police officer's kind and generous act at a Chick-fil-A while standing behind him in line. Law enforcement is a stressful and often dangerous field of work. Those men and women in law enforcement around the country experience the worst society has to offer daily. When something goes horribly wrong, they are usually some of the first people to respond to a scene. However, despite continually encountering these disturbing and appalling situations on a regular basis, they are still individuals who have a heart for people. In a post on Facebook, one person recalls what they saw and heard while standing in line at a Chick-fil-A. I stopped at a Chick-fil-A for dinner tonight and walked in the door the same time as this police officer and man did, the post reads. They came walking in from another parking lot, and the man, who appeared to be dirty, I'm not sure if he was homeless, and I don't think it's my place to say so, was carrying a bag with a Nike tennis shoe box inside it. The post writer confesses that, while standing behind them, they did eavesdrop on their conversation. What this person heard touched their heart. But I was listening to their conversation, and the police officer proceeded to tell the man, "Get whatever you like," and reached into his own pocket, as you can see here, to buy this man some food. The writer of the Facebook post ends the caption with the thought most people would do well to consider and remember more often. I think it's impossible to turn on the news today and to not have your mind filled with fear and negativity. But let this be a reminder that there are good people in this world, ones who do good things and ones who love and serve their community well. But go on doing good and giving to others, because God is well pleased with such offerings. Hebrews 13:16.
I found myself on a ledge, 3 stories high, at some condominiums, contemplating my life and struggling to understand my purpose. Have you ever found yourself on the ledge? My name is Billy Yancey. I'm a caring father, mentor, and friend. In my new podcast, Billy and the Goat, I share the life-changing events that shaped who I am today to remind you that no matter how far you've fallen, God can help you get up and thrive. Listen now at lifeaudio.com.
At Grainger, we're for the ones who pay attention to every little detail, the ones who fuss, tinker, and sweat the small stuff. Because you know the tiniest thing can make the biggest difference when it comes to keeping business moving. We get it. We're the same way, offering access to product experts to help you quickly and easily find what you need. So whatever your industry, you know you're always getting professional-grade products. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
She's been called a terrible mom after her son is born with same rare, incurable disease. Written by Heather Riggleman, read by Adam Staten. Lindsey Marson is no stranger to bullying and scoffers on the internet. She's been called a terrible mom after her son was born with the same rare, incurable disease that she has. Being a mother isn't for the faint of heart, where opinions and criticism seem to be as vast as the ocean. But when people learn you choose to have children despite passing down a disability, the criticism is amplified. As a mother to 3 children on the autism spectrum, I've been asked why I choose to have children with disabilities. Why burden society with my special needs children when there are so many normal kids in need of homes? Like Lindsey Marson, I left how my children were uniquely made to the creator of the universe, where everything he created is good. Lindsey was born with a rare genetic disorder that was diagnosed when she was 2. Her parents learned she had neurofibromatosis, a disorder that creates tumors in the brain, nerves, and spinal cord. It didn't stop her from having a wonderful childhood and pursuing her calling. Lindsey was over the moon when she learned she was expecting. After her son Bryson was born, she learned she had passed down not only her smile and the shape of her eyes to her precious son, but also passed down her disease. She said it was terrible news. Devastating is the perfect word for it, and guilty. I felt very, very guilty. What she didn't expect was harsh criticism from others. Lindsey said, "There's a 50% chance of passing along NF, and I have had people say to my face and online that I'm a terrible person. Why would you ever risk it?" And somebody said to me, something that really stuck with me is that you are never promised a healthy baby. Regardless of genetics, you are never promised a healthy baby. Lindsey Marson is right. We aren't guaranteed anything in life, even in parenthood. We aren't promised a healthy child. But God does promise to work all things together for our good and His glory. We are promised strength, wisdom, comfort, and joy. Perhaps a part of little Bryson's calling is to show the world he is just as valuable as any other normal child. Even though he's already had over 80 hospital appointments, he is thriving. Bryson and his mother share a special bond, and she prays as he gets older, he will have the courage to overcome being different. I don't know what it would be like if he didn't have NF, but I truly do think that there is definitely a stronger bond. As he grows up, I want to make sure that he knows to remain positive, and I will teach him how to do that and how to overcome certain things, Lindsey said. The fact is, everyone is different. There are no two of us alike. We are each special in our own way. God forms each one of us lovingly and intentionally. I don't think we've seen the last of Lindsey and Bryson. Together, they are showing the world there is beauty and value, no matter what shape, size, or differences. For you created my inmost being. You knit me together in my mother's womb. I praise you because I am fearfully and wonderfully made. Your works are wonderful. I know that full well. My frame was not hidden from you when I was made in the secret place, when I was woven together in the depths of the earth. Your eyes saw my unformed body, and all the days ordained for me were written in your book before one of them came to be. Psalm 139, 13 through 15.
Thank you so much for listening to Story Behind Podcast. We're really glad you joined us for this week's story. To see photos and videos that may have been referenced in this episode, check out the links in the show notes. And if you enjoyed what you heard today, subscribe to our podcast, and please tell a friend about us. We'd also love it if you'd rate us and leave us a review. It really does help more people find us. Story Behind is a Salem Web Network production.
You're fearfully and wonderfully made. God looks at your heart, not your jean size. Do you know the verses, yet still stress over your body? Oh, I get it. I was raised in church, but I struggled with food, eating disorders, and my body for decades. I'm Heather Creekmore, host of the Compared to You podcast, where we talk about all things body image and comparison from a biblical perspective. We get real about the pressure to focus on appearance in a culture where looks seem to matter most. Whether you're wrestling wrinkles or battling the scale, Compared to Who is the show for you. You'll laugh a little and be encouraged a lot. If you're ready to stop comparing and start living, visit lifeaudio.com to listen and subscribe.